Hello, gorgeous Love Goddess. Welcome to another recording of the Love Goddess podcast with your host, Katya, Melvin. And today I want to talk on the dark feminine energy and how it relates to light feminine energy, what it is, how they connect, and are they sides of the same energy. Anyway, all this week I've been talking on what is dark feminine energy, and the consensus is that the dark feminine energy is that mysterious void type of energy that cannot be seen. It's that veil that is so magnetic, that draws you in, making you very seductive. It is a woman with high value, high standards, who decides, who values herself for the she increases her standards, she increases her level of self-development, and she knows how to work her energy to manifest fast, right? Dark feminine energy is that unseen side to feminine energy. Light feminine energy, or honestly, so there is divine, like you heard the saying divine feminine energy. Well, divine feminine energy consists of the dark feminine energy and the light feminine energy. All this week we've been discussing what dark feminine energy is. So today I do want to put a few minutes into talking on what light feminine energy is. Light feminine energy is your innocent energy. It's that pure childish energy. It's that inner child that you had when you were still little, when you were a little girl. You were fearless. You took a step and another one, and you weren't afraid to fall down because that what you knew you were safe. You took risks. You knew you were provided by your mom. You knew you were in safe hands, and so that's that level of high vibration that allowed everyone who was coming near you go, oh, she is so cute, right? The pureness of your high frequency that you were emitting as a child is that unexplainable pleasure that you were an impression that you were giving people. They could not but be nice to you or be admiring you for your innocence and your lightness, and it's the feeling, the energy, the pureness to you, and how high you were vibrating that has allowed people to experience emotions of admiration for your pure innocence, right? And light feminine energy is stronger than dark feminine energy. It has stronger manifesting power. Dark feminine energy has lower vibration to it and lower frequency, but it's not low vibe, right? Like low vibration. It's just lower than a light feminine energy. right? There is a place to be in, there's like, our world is so multidimensional. There are layers to vibrations, right? And so your light feminine energy is what allows you to instantly manifest, allows you to read other people's thoughts, allows you to teleport, allows you to levitate. People used to have access, because we used to be so much more higher vibrational in the past, and we used to have access to our what we call superhuman abilities, right? However, it is working through your light vibration and high frequency, you are able to achieve the state of consciousness that and the speed of thought that allows you to work at higher levels and create at higher levels. For example, in teleporting, when you must have such a high level of thinking, your speed of thought must be so fast in order for you in a split second to program and visualize through the power of your mind to disassemble your cell structures into the energy in order to collect your cell structures in another place. Right? That's what high vibration does. That's what high speed of thought does. And everything in our society, starting from like how the routine is positioned, the commute system, like the foods that we eat, the TV shows that we watch, the lifestyles that we lead, the drinks that we drink, like all of that is created to reduce the speed of thought, reduce your vibration, reduce and I as much as I want to say it is like because the society has set things up in this way, right? I think there was a push, a controlled push towards it, and just the society took off with it, and now it's just snowballed into what it is now. But I do believe it was a controlled effort to reduce our speed of thought, our purity, our vibration, our high frequency in the beginning, from whenever that came from. Why do I know what I know? From the place of my Kundalini awakening, I was able to achieve higher states of consciousness. In order to achieve higher states of consciousness, I had to have higher speed of thought, and I had to think and feel faster. You can't, and it's almost like not about the thinking, it's about the feeling. If you can feel, because what you think, what you spend, the amount of time you spend thinking, you can feel it in a split second within a feeling. So you can condense your thoughts into feelings, and you operate through feelings, not your thoughts and logic, because your thoughts are always so much slower. And when you operate through feelings, you are that much more powerful, and you are that much more high frequency, and you are that much more high vibrational. In order for me to speed up my thought process, I had to become pure. The more pure with my thoughts and love I was becoming, I started receiving the energies of bliss. I would walk outside and I would see nothing but love. I would walk outside and I would see the bird, and I would have immense feelings of love for the bird. And like nobody walks around, like right now I don't do that. Like I don't walk around and I experience feelings for the birds, right? Or like the squirrels. But when I was within my awakened Kundalini state, I was able to be in such higher frequency of energy of love for the world. And that's what kids do. the way you're gonna know it is if you are able to tap back into that energy of being pure child and remember how much love you had for the world and your parents and just everything around you, because you were so pure, you were so much closer to the source that you came from, right? And so I was able to tap into that again at 14. And in order to speed up my thought process, I had to purify myself and through the feelings of love for the world, so I could vibrate higher, and therefore my thoughts were faster. Therefore I could see the nirvana, and I could see I could operate on a different consciousness state from another dimension. And therefore that was my divine feminine, the light feminine energy. Your light feminine is your innocence, your purity, your childishness, your playfulness, your feelings of love for the world. And I could literally walk outside and experience overflowing feelings of love for a flower or a leaf or a tree or a person. I could see through people. I could see I was able to heal people with my energy. And so it's a different state of consciousness. Your light feminine is so much more powerful than your dark feminine energy. And so they're not they're not opposing forces. They are different sides of a same stick. One is a lower vibrational side, which is also so mysterious and so magnetic, and so it satisfies like a different side to who we are, right? Where high vibrational light feminine energy is it's a state of consciousness, and it's a state of total bliss and full of love, right? And so it's just the levels of those vibrations that we are able to experience as feelings, right? The dark seductive dark energy is slightly a lower vibrational energy, but it feeds the lower chakras, the base and the sacral chakras. It feeds those chakras, and there is that earthy satisfaction of being in that energy. Yet the higher vibrational state is just a different aspect of that divine feminine energy that is so much more powerful. And so you can create through that energy even higher. You can create, like, you know how God or whoever creator created everything. Well, you are a physical manifestation of God energy, right? And you can create as God. And the higher you are able, the faster you're able to speed up your thought, the more pure you are able to become. The higher your frequency is, the closer you are to the energy of the source, through which you can create more powerfully, quickly, and more instantaneously, if that makes sense, right? And experience nothing but bliss. Nothing but bliss. Through my Kundalini awakening, because I was still living in the real world, I experienced highest levels of bliss and then darkest levels of despair, because my energy was so high for our three-dimensional world. I could not keep up, and it was so like suffocating, and I suffered so much being in our 3D world, because the energy, like I could not even around low vibrational energy, and there's nothing I could do about it, because at age 14 I had to ride bus to school with low vibrational people, and I had to be at school with low vibrational people, and like the only breath of fresh air that I was experiencing is if I went for a walk in the park by myself, right? But then I would have to come home, experience low vibrational energies there, and so eventually I just couldn't keep up, and I started descending process, and it felt like falling for longest time, for weeks, months. I think it took like 3 months. I was in a feeling of a free fall. I was in a feeling of a free fall. I don't know how it happened. I don't know what, like, but it's hard to describe. It's just bizarre. I remember doing a diary about it, and yeah, but that's how it felt. I was in the energy of free fall, and then it stopped one day, and one day it stopped, and I became a regular person, and I suffered from it. I missed being awakened. I missed experiencing that higher divine frequency, and being so pure and so innocent. And the reason why I'm able to tap into my dark feminine energy so quickly and so easily is because I've experienced my highest feminine energy, my light feminine energy. You are as dark as you are light, right? And also with that came lots of life experiences where I was rejected, right? People wouldn't understand me, and I felt very lonely. So a lot of my life experience came from that as well. Anyway, back to what we do here. I've opened Lovegodesss Studio here in Virginia Beach, and I have created the tools for you to be able to tap into your light and dark feminine energies through spirituality practices and feminine dance practices. And you have a very special promo code for your very first class with us that makes it $10 instead of $40. I'm going to put all the details below. Make sure to check it out and come join us at the Lovegodesss Studio here in Virginia Beach. And with that, my love, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next week. Bye.